practice of this type of time, the Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Namaste, Saraswati, the God of Mind, Om Adhyana Timiramisya, Gandhana Savakaya, Satsur, Chandyen, Sri Guru. So, without further wasting your time, we'd like to just briefly do some synopsis into the whole scenario. It's a long way to go. It's a long, very long story regarding the Leela of Jagannath, how he appeared. It's documented in the Skanda Purana. Skanda Purana is written by Srila Vyasadeva, who is non-different from Krishna. Krishna, literal incarnation, is Srila Vyasadeva. And so, it's documented in the Skanda Purana how Raja Indujogna was desiring to worship Nilamadava. The original forms of these deities, they are called Nilamadava, original, human-like forms. So, Raja or King Indujogna was desirous to worship Nilamadava, and so he sent out some his servants to go and figure out how he could achieve his goal. And when one of these servants went out, he discovered that the Vishwavasu, the king of the Sabaras. Sabaras are the tribal people in India. We have them in North India, South India, Korea area. And so the Sabaras are all over India. The tribal people, like we have in America, the Native Americans. So the Sabaras are very much into traditional worship. And so, eventually one of the servants of the King Indujogna was able to strike out, map out some strategy. He got married to one lady. Lady's father was very much accessible to this worship of Nilamadava. He goes to do this worship, this puja. And then, when there is love in relationship, anything can happen, Desires could be achieved. So, this Raja Indujogna's servant got married to this lady, and then you got to understand, you got to figure out how to be able to fulfill the desires of the king. So he said, look, I want to go there. I want to go and have darshan of Nilamada. So the princess told the king, and he said, well, if your daughter comes to tell you something that, hey, this is what my husband desires, you have to fulfill my desire, I want my husband to get this. So, they decided to blindfold him. So he could go to that place. When he goes there, they will open his eyes, open the blindfold, so that he could have darshan of Nilamadava. But so he was very smart. He carried some seeds. And as they were going, he was putting the seeds along the way. He was dropping them so that they would grow up, and he would use that as a landmark. These people were very smart. It's a smartness. It was there since time immemorial, We should not think that, in Kali Yuga we are the smartest guys. No. People were very smart in those days. Without even smartphones, they were very smart. Yeah. So, He devised a means on how to achieve his goal, so he dropped some seeds along the way until he got there. They opened his blindfold. He was able to have a darshan of Ninamadama. He was so beautiful. So he gave a report back to the king, and they waited for these trees, these seedlings to grow, to sprout, and develop to become trees. And so they followed them up and traced this very place. But something happened. They disappeared. When the king wanted to have darshan. But then Lord Krishna appeared to him. The dream, okay, don't worry. I will appear to you as a log in the river. You should take me, give it to such and such a person, a sculpture for carrying different folks. Yeah. So he agreed. So anyway, that's a long story. Let's get to this point. So eventually Jagannath was established in these forms. It was half through the way. It was not finished. The carving was not finished, and the king broke his promise with the sculptor. They struck a deal. Nobody should bother me. No one should come and knock on the door. I'm going to lock the doors as I deliberate on this very service. King said, yes. So he was hearing the hammer going on, hearing what was going on. But at some point in time, he couldn't hear anything anymore, so he became anxious. Maybe the guy is dead of hunger or what? What's something about struggle? He's not seeing, he's not perceiving anything going on again. So he was anxious and he went to open the door, and then the deity was half calm like this. That's how the manifestation of these deities come to be. This is the same Krishna himself. This is Nila Madhava. And this is the back. We have in academia when we write something, they say first thing is introduction and then the background. This is the background of Jagannath. How he came to be like this. So, having said that, today is like the birthday of Jagannath. Because when Indradyumna installed these deities, he had to conduct a bathing ceremony. And just like we bathe our children every morning, the Lord is also bathed in the morning. It's called Abhishek. So, this bathing of Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra has been going on in a place called Puri in Odisha in India. Who has ever been to Puri here? I've been to Puri. Okay, very good. I've been to the Jagannath Yatra. Anyone has been to Jagannath Yatra? One? Anyone else?
In Puri?
Jagannath? No. In Puri. In Puri is a Jagannath Yatra. That is the original place. Huh? If you go there, a pin will not drop on that day. When they are almost melted the other day, when we went there a year or two ago. There's no space. If you throw a pin, it will not reach the ground. Yes. So, in Puri, where Lord Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra have been worshipped till today. So, this ceremony, normally, it entails a lot of details. And it is also stated in the Shiva Sastras and the Agamas, the different details of how they conduct this ceremony. So first of all, I was reading that, and then I saw the details. It's just so amazing, They're so meticulous. They have people who are delegated to do the fetching of water from a lake that has not been seen by even a bird. A bird has not seen that lake. 130 vessels were used to fetch the water. And then this water is kept for the ceremony. This is the duty day, that the day before, the bathing. And so it's a whole duty. But essentially, this is the whole understanding that the Lord is being prepared to come out for a parade, the Ratha Yatra. So they're preparing for this. And this dance ceremony is done like a fortnight before the actual Ratha Yatra. So after this whole detailed ceremony, the Lord is precluded from the views of the public. No darshan. And that period is called, what do you call it? I saw that name, but that's a technical name they call it. In other words, that period, no darshan, 14 or 15 days or so. And it's considered that the Lord is having some fever. Can you imagine? Can Krishna really have fever? No. But even when Krishna appeared as the rasa dancer, he one time told his gopis, told his friends that he's having headache. He told his friends that he's having headache. So the friends said, so what is the cure for this headache? He said, go and bring some dust from the feet of my pure devotees. So they went to meet some pure devotees, some Brahmins and all this, and they said, Krishna is having some headache. Can you provide? He said, the only thing that will cure his headache, is the dust from the feet of a pure devotee to be placed on his head. So his friends went to meet some Brahmins, and they said, what? We cannot do that. Do you want us to go to hell? That is Bhagavan. That is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How can our dust ever even touch it? Dust from our feet ever even touch it? So they declined. But then, when Krishna's friend went to meet the gopis and said, look, Krishna wants the dust from your feet to cure his fever. He's having some headache. So the gopis said, yes, we'll give. So the boys, Krishna's friends, the Sakas, they asked that, you know the danger of what you're trying to do? You will go to hell if your dust from your feet touches Krishna. Not to talk of his head. The gopis said, we don't care going to hell. We just want Krishna's headache to be cured. So yeah, I'm bringing this up because we're talking about, Jagannath was apparently having fever after this bathing ceremony. His decorations, which they use the original paintings, not these oil paintings of these days. Those paintings, they're used for decorations, and if you wash, you just wash it up. You have to repaint again. So the deities, the sabras, the aborigines, or the local people, the tribal people, are the ones who are specifically charged with all this responsibility. Up to today in Jagannath Puri, they are the ones who do all of these ceremonies when it comes to Snana Yatra. So they executed all of these process, bringing out the deities from the temple in the procession to a pandal in the temple courtyard, set up a pandal, and put the deities there, and then the pandal is decorated with so many flowers and different structures, offerings of flowers, aguri, so many different preparations are offered. It's a whole big ceremony. Then it comes to the actual bathing ceremony itself. And the water that was fetched, the 130 vessels they use in fetching water. And you see, the people who go to fetch the water, they have to seal up their mouths with cloths so that even their breathing do not contaminate the water. You're dealing with the Supreme Lord, Jagannath. It was so strict. So they got all that in place before they got all of this detailed ceremony done. And then Jagannath has to go into preclusion. No darshan for 14 days. And then it is mentioned that the very day that Jagannath gave darshan to the public, if you have darshan of Jagannath that day, all of your sinful reactions are completely pulverized. They are reduced to nil. So, this is not surprising. Lord Krishna mentions Sarvadharma Paritaja Manikam Sarvapaja Hamtram Sarvapapibhu. All sinful reactions are pulverized. Lord Krishna also mentioned that one we surrender to him. But this is a special day. We get a special message. It's just like people are not allowed to enter Jagannath Puri except you're an Indian. You may be a Paramahamsa. You're from another country. You are not allowed to enter Jagannath Puri. Discrimination is still there till today. So, but on the Snana Yatra, the pandal is so high, and if you are walking even outside, you'll be able to see Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra. So it's a very special occasion of mercy. So those of you who come to participate, you have the same mercy. It's the same Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra. It was extended themselves to New Rochelle. So, this is the summary of the background about Snan, or this bathing ceremony of the Lord, the Lordship. And therefore, it is important for us to understand and appreciate the fact that the Lord acts in some cases like an ordinary human being. Even Lord Krishna came, he played around with people like an ordinary human being. So the same treatment is given. People take care of him like, their son, whatever. So on these occasions, we normally do perform this ceremony on Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, and Sudarshan. Not that they need us to bathe them for our own purification. Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, Sudarshan, Chakra, Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada, Ki Jai. All glory to the Son of devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for participating in this Krishna consciousness. No, I stayed yesterday. I just came back from England for a couple of days. Then I went to New Jersey. So I'm still there. We're having a program tomorrow in a city in New Jersey. And then on the 13th, I'll be coming to Brooklyn for a program.